Well, good morning, Houston. My name is Ed Garza, and we're live at Coffee Grounds. I'm here with Tex Christopher. Tex Christopher is running for the 18th Congressional District, and we are here live at Coffee Grounds. We're actually kicking off Entrepreneurship Week. Coming up this Thursday on the 19th, Mayor Bill White has declared in Houston that it is officially Entrepreneurship Day. Midtown is going to be hopping. It's going to be jumping. There's going to be all sorts of entrepreneurs on the street. This is Houston's very first entrepreneurial festival that's taking place. Now, there are 24 hours of entrepreneurial festivals going on across the nation, and we're really excited about that, Tex. I know that you were an entrepreneur before you even got started in politics. Started as a bull rider, and you've had different businesses where...
Oh, yes.
To be an entrepreneur takes consistency, takes work, takes guts, takes taking risks, and entrepreneurship is definitely in the blood and in the genes.
Most definitely. You got to be a tough guy to be an entrepreneur for sure.
Absolutely. Well, my name is Ed Garza, and we're really glad that you have taken the time to tune into our live broadcast. We're going to be sending out some Twitter messages now and giving you some update while Tex tells you a little bit about his background in entrepreneurship and what it takes. So take it away, Tex.
Most definitely. Well, it all got started for me in 4th grade. It was career day, and this gentleman came to our class, and he said that he was an entrepreneur. And I said, man, I don't even know how to spell that word, but it already sounds pretty neat. And I found out that he shared that being an entrepreneur was someone that you could go ahead and you could make good money. You could go ahead and pay less than taxes, and then you got to manage your own time. And I was thinking, man, that sounds pretty good to be an entrepreneur, make more money, pay less taxes, and manage your own time. Who wouldn't want to be an entrepreneur? And so ever since I graduated high school, that's pretty much what I've been, and I've really enjoyed it. It's really neat getting to go out there and be in business, especially when you're able to provide a service to people that people need. Some people get into being an entrepreneur to sell products. We're out there either pushing products or services, and it's really neat getting to control your own destiny. That's what the American dream is all about. Having the opportunity to be an entrepreneur, put your own stake and your own claim into something, make business, apply your hands rightly, and see what comes from it. As entrepreneurs, we're out there, we're planting seeds each and every single day, and we all believe that we will most definitely reap what we sow. And so we're out there sowing seeds every single day. It takes a tough person, a very determined person, someone who wants more in life to be able to go ahead and become an entrepreneur. There's ups and there's downs. As we say in the industry, it's chickens one year and feathers the next. That's the life of an entrepreneur. You never get to just stay up on top. There's always challenges, but that's what makes us strong. And when you're in business for yourself, you really get to grow. And that's one of the neatest things about being an entrepreneur. I've had the opportunity to grow so much, to learn so much. I know what it's like to hire and fire and manage, to lose business, to go out there and get business, to struggle and fail and struggle and succeed. And when you're an entrepreneur, you understand that struggling is just part of it, but it's still the American dream. And it takes a lot of faith to be an entrepreneur as well. I've heard it said by a pastor one time that it requires no faith whatsoever to show up to work Monday through Friday and collect a paycheck. No faith whatsoever. As long as you show up, you know you're going to get paid. Well, an entrepreneur, we start out at zero each and every single day. It requires a lot of faith. We go out there and we start at 0 in the morning and we see how we finish at the end of the day. Now, for a lot of entrepreneurs out there, we know that would make us just totally sick, because some days it's 0, some weeks it's 0, but it's not where you finish at the end of the day or at the end of the week. We look at things and say, how do we finish this quarter? How did this year look, and how is it different from the year before? And that's what it's all about. Now, being an entrepreneur, especially when you're self-employed and small business owners, it gives us the opportunity to make 10 to 20 times the amount that employees do. It also positions us to go ahead and maximize the 9.2 million pages of the tax code. So if you're watching this show this morning, and if you're not an entrepreneur, ask yourself, would you like to have the opportunity to make 10 to 20 times more than an employee? And you got to realize that employees they get to pay taxes, and self-employed and business owners, being the entrepreneurs, we get tax breaks. Which would you rather have? The opportunity to pay taxes or to get tax breaks? The opportunity to make less money or the opportunity to make more money? And that's why we're in business for ourselves, because we go out there and we control our own destiny. And there's nothing like true freedom, being able to be so liberated and go out there and write your own paychecks. And when you have a bad day as an entrepreneur, it's your bad day, not someone else's bad day that you are paid to participate in. So as you can tell, I'm very passionate about being an entrepreneur. It has most definitely been a big joy in my life. And I've had the opportunity to go ahead and share so much with so many people and help people. Now, me personally, I like to get involved in programs in business that allows me to help people, because I know that that's what I'm very passionate about. I'm a person that I love to help other people. I get offers all the time from other entrepreneurs. They say, Tex, why don't you sell this, or why don't you offer this kind of service? I say, you know what? I personally cannot be successful at it because it's got to help people. There's all different kinds of entrepreneurs out there, and we're taking the risk each and every single day, but the beauty is we get the payoff when it comes in. So the bigger the risk, the bigger the payoff. The safer, the smaller the payoff. So ask yourself, as an entrepreneur or as someone who's looking at being an entrepreneur, as we celebrate this week in entrepreneurship, and say, what kind of problem can I help solve? We have problem plus solution equals an opportunity. We've all been taught this. It's a very simple mathematical equation. So when you can go out there and say, what is it that I can do today that others don't, to have tomorrow what others won't? That's a big saying in the world of being an entrepreneur. And say the problem plus solution equals the opportunity. If you want to make more money, then just go find a bigger problem. If you want to make less money, find a smaller problem. That's what life is all about. Every single day there's problems all around us everywhere that we go. Entrepreneurs, they get paid to go ahead and solve these problems. Find you one that you're very passionate about. You know, I heard a saying a long time ago that if you do whatever it is that you're passionate about, you will never work a day in your life. And I can surely testify to that, Big Ed, because when you get out there and you focus on what you're passionate about, there's always money to be made behind it, and then you feel like you're not working a day in your life because you're really enjoying doing what it is that you do. And that's what entrepreneurs, why we get into business. What is it that we can do to help people and find a passion for it?
Absolutely. You know, you said something just a minute ago that rings loudly to me. I had a mentor tell me once, he said, looked at me straight in the eye. He was an older gentleman in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a real entrepreneur. He said, Ed, I want you to remember one thing and write this down. He says, successful entrepreneurs, successful people do for a little while what others won't, so they can enjoy for the rest of their lives what others can't.
That's right.
So, you know, I encourage you during Entrepreneurship Week, if you're an entrepreneur, take time to spend with your family. Take time to create that balance in your lifestyle. At the same time, take care of the people that you're responsible for. As an entrepreneur, you have the responsibility to lead people. You have the responsibility to nurture them. You have the responsibility to take it on. And when you mess up, fess up. And when you go forward in life, that's exactly what you need to do. An entrepreneur needs to be able to pick himself up constantly. You look at some of the most successful entrepreneurs the world has had. How many times have they failed?
Exactly. Failing is part of it.
Yeah.
It's the most important ingredient in the cake of success.
Right. You got to redefine your definition of failure. You have to redefine your definition of failure. There's a book written by John Maxwell.
John Maxwell, that's right. Failing Forward.
Failing Forward.
It's awesome.
It is.
Awesome. I love it.
Well, folks, we'll be back in just 1 minute. We're going to take a break for some coffee and some tea to clear this scratchy voice up. Again, we're live at Coffee Grounds. I'm Ed Garza. This is Tex Christopher running for the 18th Congressional District. I'm Ed Garza with the Hub Market, the Vice President of Marketing and founder. We'll be back in just 1 minute. Stay tuned. We have our very first business coming up. We're going to be interviewing a lovely young lady who has a mobile tanning business, very unique. We'll be back in just 1 minute.